everybody. We all know that Christmas is right around the corner and Halloween is even closer. So today I'm going to make the best chocolate cupcakes you've ever tasted. And I'm going to show you how to make them for either Halloween or Christmas with one easy little trick. So we're going to start first off by putting on our oven. You want to have it at 180 degrees. And I do it first because I want the oven to be warmed up. Now I've got orange for Halloween and green for Christmas, so I can show you how to do them both at the same time. Now I'm going to put these aside until we're finished with our mixture. I'm going to measure out 40 grams self-raising, 115 grams plain cake flour, a half a teaspoon bicarb soda. I don't like to use a lower quality cocoa powder. I find it gives you that chocolate that you really want. 40 grams of good quality cocoa powder. Oh, smells divine. Now we're going to sift this through into a bowl. I love the way it looks when the cocoa powder mixes with the flour. It feels like I'm in a chocolate movie and I'm making magic chocolate. Now this is the part where I add my secret little ingredient, cinnamon. You just need a pinch or a shake. It just gives it an extra bit of spice. Oh, it smells like Christmas already. Now I'm going to add the butter and sugar to a bowl and I'm going to whisk it up and then we'll see how the magic happens. I'm going to start with 165 grams of caster sugar. So 165 grams into our bowl. And 90 grams room temperature butter. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. I love this smell. If I could bath in vanilla essence, I would do that every single day. I'm going to whisk this up with my hand beater. Then I'm going to add 2 eggs, one after the other, and I'm going to beat it well after each addition. Now I'm going to add in 2 eggs and I'm going to add 1 first, then I'm going to beat it. And just look at this. And then this beautiful, soft, mushy mess. It actually looks good enough to eat right now. Now this recipe calls for buttermilk, but if you don't have buttermilk, you are welcome to use any type of yogurt in your fridge, or even cottage cheese or cream cheese. Anything that's got that dairy, beautiful dairy consistency to give it that mushy soft texture. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold in the flour and my buttermilk in 2 separate batches, and you want to be careful not to stir out all the air that you've beaten into the mixture. So first I'm going to put in half of my flour. Now I'm going to fold it in. If you don't have a spatula, you can use a knife. Just fold it in till it's more or less mixed in. Then half of my buttermilk. I need 140 mils all in all. So I'm putting 70 mils in now. Ooh, look at that. So gooey. Keep folding it in. Don't be alarmed if it seems as if your mixture is curdling. It's supposed to look like that. Now for the rest of my flour. I think baking requires a certain sense of gentleness or reverence. You don't want to beat the living daylights out of your ingredients. You want to treat them with respect, and then in kind they'll give you a good product. It's already smelling good. I can't wait for it to go into the oven. Enjoy the fact that you're creating something totally irresistible. Okay, now that that's mixed, I'm going to put it into my cupcake cups. I'm going to spoon it in about 3/4 full. I would rather put too little in than too much, because if you sit with a cupcake that's only risen halfway into the cup, you can always fill that up with ganache or peanut butter as a secret surprise for the person biting into a cupcake. This is so gooey, it looks like melted marshmallows. Lovely. It's good. It's very good. So now all that's left is to pop them into the oven. You can put them in for about 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on them depending on your oven. Put them in and you'll know when they're ready when they spring back to your touch. Today I'm going to make the best buttercream in the world. It spreads beautifully, it melts in your mouth, and you'll have people coming back for more. It's called American buttercream. It's made with egg whites, caster sugar and real butter, and I'm not kidding when I tell you it's the best thing since sliced bread. So what we're going to need to do, you're going to separate 5 eggs, egg whites on one side, you can throw away the yolks. We're going to heat them with icing sugar over water until the icing sugar is melted away. Then we're going to beat it in a mixer until it forms a glossy meringue. Then we're going to add our butter in, little bit by little bit, until it gets that beautiful, beautiful consistency that you know you're going to love. Separate your eggs, but be careful not to get any of the yolk into the whites. I'm just going to scoop out 1 or 2 funny pieces that were in the egg. I don't want them showing up in my mixture. Now I'm going to put the 5 egg whites into the bowl. To that I'm going to add 2.5 cups icing sugar or confectioner's sugar. It's best to sift it before you use it, just so it eliminates any lumps that you might have. I'm going to use a spoon to flatten it through. I'm going to add tartaric acid, just a pinch, just to help the meringue stiffen up a little. It's going to help it be glossy. And it's going to give your icing a gorgeous tartness, just a little sour at the end of the sweet. So I'm going to place this on top of a pot with a little hot water inside, and the steam is going to make the sugar melt into the egg whites, and I'm going to whisk it while it's busy melting, just so it doesn't burn. And just give it a good stir until the icing sugar and the egg whites mix. Now you have to pay a bit of attention here. You don't want the sugar to burn and you don't want the eggs to become scrambled. You just want the sugar to melt. And this is going to give you that luxurious, velvety smooth texture of your buttercream. It's going to be irresistible. It's going to be white and milky, and when you rub it between your fingers, it should feel warm and you shouldn't feel any sugary crumbs. It should be very, very smooth. It shouldn't be hot, it shouldn't be cooking. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to start mixing this with a whisk attachment, and you're going to mix it on high speed until the bowl is cool to the touch and you have a glossy, beautiful meringue. Now I've beaten these and they've beaten for about 14 minutes. You can just let your mixer run. And this is more or less the consistency you want it to be in. It's glossy and thick and white. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to measure out my butter. Then I'm going to put the mixer on and I'm going to put the butter in little by little until it becomes quite thick and beautiful. I use salted butter. I know some people will ask you to use unsalted butter. I find it gives the icing a little bit of a oomph. So I want 454 grams of delicious, salty, rich butter. Now I'm going to add this little by little to my meringue. and wait for the transformation. So the butter's finished beating and it looks delicious.